Kansas City at Atlanta. Atlanta is 3.5-point underdog. Bettors love a last-second miracle. This line was 4.5 Monday afternoon. It's 3.5 now. Isaiah Pacheco is out. Have the Falcons found themselves? I feel like I know which way you're leaning. I'm kind of hoping it goes a little bit lower so I can bet Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I'm going to make this Simon Says just in case it
Oh,
does.
my God.
Simon Says 3.5 plus for Atlanta. Give it to me. I love the number. Love this spot for this team in the sense of I'm with you, right? That was a miracle comeback win. But I look at this Chiefs team, they kind of had the same thing. They stole one against that Cincinnati team. And through 2 weeks, you see that there are some struggles to this Kansas City offense, not just from Patrick Mahomes, which, right now he's playing like a bottom 15 quarterback. If you go look at all the numbers, he is not playing well. And, me and you talked earlier.
Right now, Simon, he's not even the best quarterback in his division. Gardner Minshew is the only quarterback thrown for more than 250 yards.
I'm telling
in
you.
the first 2 weeks.
But yeah, the fact that they benched their left tackle and put in the backup and he struggled as well is pretty terrifying because we talked about that front for the Bengals. They lost some guys, right? I mean, DJ Reader left that team and they still were getting push. And, the Bengals defense, I know Dr. Nick's talked about it a lot. The Bengals might have a bottom 10 defense. Like, that's a very young defense in Cincinnati. And they really did dominate that Chiefs team in that game. I mean, you take away, the calls by the refs and that 7 they gave up on the Bengals fumble by Joe Burrow. It's like they get rolled. So this Atlanta team, what they might struggle with on offense is really strong outside pass rushers. We saw in that Eagles game, Kirk, he can still move in the pocket well. The only guy in the Eagles that gave them any type of fits was Jalen Carter. The rest of the Eagles' defensive line is just terrible, non-existent. So he kind of knew that if he's pushing up the left side, I'll just step right around it. And then the same thing happened when he would go up the left side. He's like, I'll just step right around it. And there was a rhythm to what Kirk was doing where we didn't really see that in week 1 against Pittsburgh. Obviously, he had a little bit more confident in pushing off that back leg. So, for my view of this Atlanta team, Chad's right. Like, if you want to bet the Chiefs, it might get there for you. You might be able to get to 2.5. Maybe it will go down to 3. I'm just going to grab it right now for Atlanta because I do think the professionals are going to keep coming on this side. So, look in the Action app right now. 70% of the bet, 70% of the money is on the Chiefs. So, yeah, obviously it's been pretty heavy professional money moving this down for 4.5.
I don't want to take that hook with Atlanta. I don't want to be like over influenced by what I saw last night, at least until I fell asleep.
I don't think it moved off last night. I think it moved off Pacheco injury, honestly.
You do?
Yeah, he's such a big piece of that offense. Now, Travis Kelce is non-existent this season. He's just in a different phase of his career. So
right?
That means you're depending on Rice and Worthy, 2 very young receivers. This is the time of year you want to play the Chiefs right now. They don't know who the hell their left tackle is, and other than Rice, they don't know who their second option is. There's some questions right now with this Chiefs team that I think we can take advantage of, Chad.